D&D is a cooperative experience. Trying to play D&D by yourself is just writing a book.
Haha. And then it turned out that Bill Billison was actually two halflings in a trench coat. Wait a second. Oh, damn.
So, we need people. We need dungeon masters, we need players. No matter what you need, I hope I can help you find it by the end of this video. D&D is a very nerdy hobby, and thus it can be embarrassing to admit to people that you play Dungeons & Dragons. If you really think your friends are gonna mock you or make fun of you for having interest in a social game, you should really think about finding different friends. Most likely, no one's gonna judge you, so you don't really have anything to lose by asking. If they say yes, you have a party to play with. If you say no, well, then we're right back to the start. If you have friends who really don't know what D&D is, give them a chance to play. I mean, don't be too pushy. Not everyone is interested in this type of game, and that's fine. Don't push them to memorize all the rules either. Once someone starts to feel like this new hobby that they're doing is beginning to feel like homework, they're gonna just drop out of it. Instead, I'd recommend go slowly in your game, explain the rules, and help them with their character sheets if they want it. Even if you find enough people who are willing to play D&D with you, sometimes scheduling conflicts get in the way that just prevent those games from ever happening. Sometimes you have an idea for a character, but you're not really ready to express yourself through that character in front of your friends yet. Well, you can find people online who are also looking for games to play with. There are plenty of sites out there that allow you to find people to play with, but today I'm going to focus on the two that I know best. r/LFG, or Looking For Group, is a subreddit that's dedicated for finding any TTRPGs to play online. It's quite simple. People post up here if they're looking for new players, or if they're looking for someone running a game. And if you find something that interests you, you can either PM their Reddit, or sometimes they'll have a Google Forms page you have to go through. Either way, you're going to get a list of questions to answer. Sometimes the DM will want to talk to you to see if you're a good fit. In many ways, this can feel like a job interview. Once again, this is a case of you got nothing to lose, you got plenty to gain. Just make sure that you don't just apply to every single game that you see. Really take a chance to read through it and understand if this is a game that you want to join. There are people posting every day, so don't be afraid to accept that you might not fit into a certain game. Roll20 is mostly used as a virtual tabletop for almost every TTRPG, but it is also a good commonly used tool for finding games to play. From your homepage, it might look slightly different if you're logged in. I'm not logged in right now. You just click join a game, and we can start looking at all the games that are looking for new players. Up here, we can choose what type of game we want. So for our example, we might be looking for a 5e game to play, and we can see all the 5e games which are looking for people. Note that you're going to see a lot of these pay to play things, meaning if you want to be a part of this game, you have to pay a certain amount to the DM. You can remove that up here, only find games that are free to play if that's what you're looking for. Pay to play doesn't guarantee any amount of enjoyment out of a game, but pay to play DMs are also going to take on the responsibility of having a good game a little more seriously because they're getting paid to do it. There's no real right answer for which you should choose. It's entirely up to you. But whatever you choose, just remember that finding the right game is always the most important game. Read through what they expect out of you, what type of game it is. You know, if you don't like horror very much and they're promising a very horror-themed game, maybe don't join that one. And there we go. You should be able to find a D&D game with any of the tools I just mentioned. This was a shorter video as I felt like this was important to talk about, but I also felt like there wasn't too much to say. In my next video, I will be teaching you how to DM, which is going to cap off this intro to D&D series. So if you want to see that, click the subscribe button so you don't miss it. Thank you for watching.